Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Candy J, your favorite premarital marital counselor, your favorite certified clinical sexologist, milk marriage facilitator, marriage boot camp coach, wedding officiant, 7 principles of making marriage work, Gottman leader, and so much more, guys. But listen, we've been talking about infidelity, and we're talking about the 5 common responses that partners have when they are, find out that they have an affair, that your partner, I'm sorry, has had an affair. Okay. And there are definitely 5. I'm only going to talk about one today, or one in this live. It's chronic anxiety, obsessive thoughts, agitated depression, traumatic feelings, and depression. Okay. So right now I'm going to talk about chronic anxiety, right? And so chronic anxiety is also known as reactive anxiety, which responds to problem solving. So you solve the problem and then you relieve your anxiety. And but infidelity produces a different kind of thing, right? Because we can't just solve the problem, right? It's usually when you are trying to solve a problem, right, you can see, okay, we work it this way, we work it that way, we work it this way, right? But infidelity introduces the fact that there is no simple executable solutions to any of these things, right? Because you have so many questions in your head. You whether you have all of the information about the affair. Is it really over? Are they just trying to make a smooth exit, right? Are they plotting really to get together and be together? What is really going on? So there's so many things that's ruminating in your head. And then there's the question of the efficacy of giving it another shot, especially if this is not the first time that they've had an affair, right? And so none of these questions have like a clear and an easy answer, and the anxiety can persist, right? And it can become chronic. And when we say chronic, it's a continuous loop of negative emotions followed by an anxious response, results in poor sleep, reduces your brain's ability to engage in emotional control. Okay. And so then you wonder why, because you haven't gotten any sleep, you're going off. You're going off the rails. You're acting crazy. And it's not really crazy. It's just that chronic anxiety that all of this it's an overwhelming feeling, right? And it causes you to have so many questions in your head, which actually relates to the obsessive thoughts. And we'll talk about that in the next live. But I just wanted to tell you that mindfulness is a way that we can teach our brains to remain calm, relaxed, and focused when we are exposed to anxious thoughts, right? And so there are several grounding techniques that I have put in different lives. So I want you to go back and refer to those. I'm also going to do a separate live about mindfulness and some of the grounding techniques that you can do, because I realize that I don't want to go too much over time with you guys. But listen, again, we're talking about the common responses, right, that partners have to an affair. And the first one is chronic anxiety. So if you missed it, go back, hit hashtag replay. Guys, come back for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember, I told you that there are 5, and those 5 are chronic anxiety, obsessive thoughts, agitated depression, traumatic feelings, and just regular old depression, which I will explain to you guys in another live. All right, guys, make sure you ring that bell, and come back for all these mental health tips, relationship tips, sex education, and so much more.